Friday. And sun's up. We came to work today at 6. It's about 6:30 at the moment. Tuesday we worked the cruise ship, so I wasn't in much of a mood to do any YouTubing that day. It's just too busy. Wednesday we were off, but we came in Wednesday night at 11 o'clock. We picked up 7 containers off this Thursday ship. Took them back to our terminal. So that was from 11 at night to 4 in the morning. Then we had yesterday off, so now we're back to work. And we just brought this empty 40-foot flat rack back here to the shipping terminal. First movement of the day. Dispatch gave us 2 full container spots to get the day going. We're both going to a grocery store out in town of Waianae, which is about a 30-mile drive. So these are 2 really good runs to get this Friday started. So it looks like we're in for another beautiful day in Hawaii. Since the weatherman, we're going up to 84. Just notice how dirty that window is. Yeah, it was raining Wednesday night when I was working, so things are still a little dirty. So we'll drop this 40-foot flat rack and then we'll head over to Charlie 17, Stole 36. Should be a 20-foot container there. Looks like these are 20-foot reefers, which means we have to wait now for a refrigeration technician to come and unplug the refrigeration unit. It's a union job, we're not allowed to do that. It's not that we don't know how, it's just that we're not allowed to do it. So we'll have to wait till shows up and unplugs that for us. somehow you can get hooked up to it, get it pre-tripped. This is probably the one thing that we do more than your average over-the-road driver. Is on an average day, I have to pre-trip at least 7 or 8 different containers. And if you don't, that's more than likely where you'll get into trouble when you get out on the road. Find out your trailer isn't really roadworthy. It's closed, but if you're driving down the road and it starts to rattle, this can rattle right open. Now it's open. That's why they have these old locking mechanisms to keep them from doing that. Lights. Unbroken. One missing. See if we can get that fixed. Yeah, all I can tell you is 30,000 pounds of something that's frozen at minus 15 degrees. Headed out to Waianae. Second container movement of the day. This is the Waianae mountain range. We're just basically going to go around that to the other side. I think it's right around 30 miles, if I'm not mistaken. DOT scale is not open, so don't have to worry about that. Maybe the next load. We have 2 of these. This is the first of 2. So this will definitely keep us busy for a while because it's at least a 50 minute to 1 hour drive out and back. I mean an hour drive out, probably a little bit faster coming back. I don't know. It all depends on the traffic, if there's any accidents. This will definitely keep us busy in the morning here. territory and they were trying to lay things out as far as development goes. This was supposed to be where all the dairy farms and chicken farms and pig farms and set up more as a farming community. It's just they still farm, but not like they did. I mean, I remember when there used to be a couple of different dairies out here, and chicken farms and pig farms. I don't know how many of those exist today. Probably the least expensive side of the island to live on, though. But it's an hour commute into town. That's when there's no traffic. Making our way down the Waianae Coast. So I got a call from dispatch just before I got here, and he says, "Is that a run I gave you, a duplicate?" So then I started investigating the two groups of paperwork that he gave me, and sure enough, they're the same run. So we don't have two loads coming out here, we only have one. Run at 6:30. It's now 8:03. We got here at 8 o'clock. The delivery time was 8 to 12, so pretty good. So 32 miles from the shipping terminal here. Now let's see what dispatch wants to do. Yeah, Bob, telling it tomorrow. So he gave me an empty to pick up in the Campbell industrial area. He wasn't sure what number it was on the bucket list. There it is, 58. Located behind the grocery store at the moment. They have a little spot here where you can drop container. Make our way back out to Parenton. was a real pretty drive. During the summer and dry, but it's one of my favorite sides of the island because it has a lot of nice big beaches, and it also has the largest concentration of homeless on the island. They live right here on the beach. So it can be pretty rough at times. Make our way out of Waianae, and Waianae is in front of us here. Look how big that beach is. Nice. Usually the only one time you find people on the beach here is on the weekends. Today's Friday, so people are going to start setting up camp for the weekend. When I first moved to Hawaii, over 30 years ago, there was a time when we would come out here and camp on this beach almost every weekend. This beach and the one over in Nanakuli, but mostly this beach. This one has a big grassy field, a great big beach. You're not supposed to camp overnight, but if you got fishing poles, it's okay. Remember them ever enforcing the overnight camping, even though it was pretty obvious there was hundreds of people doing it. See the big tents going up. People will have big baby luau's, wedding showers, all kinds of stuff. Making our way to the Campbell industrial area for our next pickup. 8:45. Working on the third container movement of the day. This is an empty 40-foot container. Over here in this small industrial park located inside the Campbell industrial area. Out of here. If I remember right, this is going to be pretty tight. It wouldn't be tight if they parked the cars in the regular parking area. They're parking in this alleyway here. We got to run over the curb just a tiny bit. No big deal. So it's a 24-mile drive from here back to the shipping terminal, Santa Ana. time we get back to the shipping control Sand Island, we'll get started up with our next movement. It'll be lunchtime. I'm a little sad that we didn't get to go out to the Waianae Coast twice. Only got to go out there once. That doesn't happen very often. That's like once every 2 or 3 months you get to go out to that side of the island. There's not a whole lot out there. So we dropped off that empty, and then we picked up the last LTL off of the Thursday ship and brought it back here to the terminal and got it on dock number 3. Went inside to heat up my hamburger for lunch and my hot chocolate. Dispatch gave me 4 movements. One is empty out of the terminal going to the shipping terminal, a full going to a moving company out in the Campbell industrial area, come back here and pick up a full going to the Waianae resort out on the west side of the island, and then come back here and get a load. I don't have a container yet, but it's some construction material going to a construction site out in the Campbell industrial area. So that'll keep us busy the rest of the day. First, let's find this empty. 262478. I'm guessing it's in the back row. Make sure it's not on the dock. 262478. Nothing but good runs to finish up the day with. Nice long runs out to the west side of the island. Making our way back to the shipping terminal, I guess. So it's 4:35 and we're finally shutting it down. One of the last ones out, I think. We started at 6. We did 7 container movements. We drove 215 miles. 215 miles, like I said, you can count on one hand the number of times you're going to drive over 200 miles in a day during a year. So today was one of those days. A lot of mileage. That's why the container count's a little lower than normal. But it was a fun day. A lot of driving. The last hour, though, was all stuck in traffic. I guess when I did my last run out to Campbell, it began to rain real heavy here in town. And it messed up the rush hour traffic. So now everything's... The rain is gone, but the traffic is still backed up. I was supposed to drop off some paperwork at before 5 o'clock. I'm not going to make it today, so we'll have to do that next week. If not, I'll do it on Wednesday, my day off. It's just some paperwork for my retirement accounts. I used to be in the Carpenters Union, so I haven't been in that union for more than 20 years, but I still have an account there. I was never a carpenter though, I was a garbageman. But we were part of the Carpenters Union. So every so often I got to go in and update my retirement account. Bureaucracy, it never ends. It's kind of scary too, because I look at my parents as they get older. It's like, how do you keep track of all this stuff when you get older? You really need somebody to be taking care of you. I'm thinking it'll be easier once I'm not working and I got more time to think about things. But yeah. We're gonna head on home. I'm gonna make some salmon burgers, make a new pot of rice, make a new garden salad. My wife wants me to make a pot of beans. With all the stuff that's going on in Great Britain, she's watching all the coronation? Whatever it is with the king. So she's watching all these BBC channels and stuff like that. And so I told her that I was watching a YouTube video about beans and toast. It's like biscuits and gravy, you know. And so we tried a recipe, and she really enjoyed it. We had some fresh French bread that we made and had the beans and toast. It was delicious. So she wants to do the same thing, but this time instead of making the normal navy beans, which are kind of a reddish bean, she wants to go with a kind of a white bean to make it more like biscuits and gravy type color. Oh well, that's the idea. Things we do on the weekends to fill our stomachs. But that's about it for this week. Thanks for watching today. Aloha.